Wholeness, 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 YouTube. Happy now. All is now is a gift to be in the present. First day signing back in here, putting out my perception into the cloud of collective to expand the collective consciousness. You're not tuning into the mind of an algebraic moon. It is Jupiter day in the space and location where I'm at, and Horus will be transiting that fourth house. Okay? And it's going to be my continuation on the ascendants. Last video I did was Libra ascendant. This will be Scorpio ascendant, okay? So what is the ascendant? The ascendant is also known as your rising. It's dealing with your unconscious, okay? Spirit you are carrying and how people see you, okay? So also with that first house, anything dealing with personal issues and anything that has to do with the self, okay? And then there's a spirit house, okay? So without further ado, let's go to where Scorpio is at. So Scorpio is born from the 8th house. Scorpio is born from the 8th house, okay? And Scorpio is a fixed water sign that is being ruled by Mars and co-ruler Pluto, okay? So, yeah, when looking at a Scorpio ascendant, yeah, so we already know. Let's look at the tendencies of the Scorpio. So the ascendant clearly is how you come off, how you're carrying, how people see you. So with the Scorpio ascendant, you might come off as mysterious, okay? You may come off as deep, okay? You may come off as unknown. You may come off as secretive. You may come off as reserved. Similar to the Cancer ascendant, but Cancer ascendant is more, let's say, being that cardinal water is more like initiating new ways on how to feel. That Cancer ascendant would be like a lot more, let's say, shy in large groups. Okay, Cancer ascendant would be let's say shy in large groups and more, let's say, not the talkative type in large group. Scorpio ascendant is not, wouldn't have this frequency vibration or this vibe of shyness, but it'll just be reserved and, let's say, investigative. And because the ascendant, when we're talking about ascendant, we're automatically talking about the public or just first interaction and how people see you, okay? So for example, I'm a Leo ascendant, okay? I'm Leo ascendant, but I'm not a Leo, okay? I'm an Aries sun, no, Sagittarius sun and an Aries moon, okay? So Scorpio ascendant, like I say, you know, having that, this is the feminine side of Mars, Aries being that masculine side, okay? So like I say, it's more internal. So more, let's say, yeah, this is how I was able to see how the moon, as opposed to Cancer, having that moon, being ruled by the moon, Scorpio being, they're both water signs, okay, this is cardinal water, this fixed water, this being ruled by the moon, okay, this being ruled by Mars, okay, and Pluto. It's more, let's say, not shy, but it's like holding their own space. Okay, so Scorpio ascendant is able to hold their own space in let's say in large groups or just in the public or personally. You're able to, you're froze personally. Okay, so I see Scorpio as ice. Okay, Scorpio for me is like ice. Okay, so personally you're froze. Okay, and it's just like, you, with this being in the first house, okay? First house is the spirit house, okay? And yeah, it's dealing with personal issues, anything that has to do with the self. You almost definitely, you know, let's say, anything that has to do with you, you are able to, let's say, hide your personality, okay? Yeah, you're good at hiding your personality. Yeah, and you are good at, yeah, this is what you would just be doing. You know, you as this is your unconscious. Okay, it's just you. So you hiding of the personality. Okay, so let's say it's almost like I say, the ascendant is your mask. Like the mask I am wearing is Leo. That's my mask. But that energy signature of mask is to hide something in itself. Okay? But when looking at a Scorpio ascendants are deep because the ascendant is not who you truly are. Like I say, it's that mask. So when you have a Scorpio ascendant, Scorpio being that energy signature of mysticism, occult, and just hidden, okay? You know, that dark energy, you know? It's like that mask. I would like to say, like, the Scorpio ascendant can play the mask, you know? The Scorpio ascendant is that mask in itself. You know? Let's say Scorpio ascendant. If you meet a Scorpio ascendant, you know, a Scorpio ascendant is like will be, let's say, a lot more difficult or a lot more challenging to get through that ascendant to see that sun or that moon. Because like I said, it is that mask and it's hidden. So the Scorpios, with my moon in the 8th house, I already have an understanding on this. Okay? So my moon in the 8th house, I have an understanding on the Scorpio energy. Okay? So, yeah, that Scorpio ascendant, you know, is like hidden. With a Scorpio ascendant can be, you know, it will be difficult to try and tell or guess their zodiac sign as a Scorpio ascendant, because there's things that only a Scorpio ascendant know. And, you know, if you're a Scorpio ascendant watching this now, you know, I wouldn't even want to reveal your secret, but I will just say that know that you have this energy and not utilize it, you know, depending on the spirit utilizing the energy, you know, and the spirit, you know, your frequency, vibration, and how you choose to utilize your planetary alignments, okay? It is like Scorpio ascendants, you know, them just having that Scorpio ascendant, it's like in itself, you're just looking at the dark, you know? You're just looking at the dark, you know? And in the dark, when you're in the dark, what can you expect? When you're in the dark, what can you expect? Okay, and that's where they have all the power. Okay, so as Scorpio ascendant, that's deep in itself. Okay, so yeah, and this is dealing with personal issues, anything that has to do with the self. Let's say with a Scorpio ascendant, how you go about anything that has to do with you personally, you keep that within. All your personal, anything that has to do with you personally, that's within. And if you were to expose anything that has to do with your personal issues, you won't like that. That's not you. You don't do that. You don't, you don't expose what you know, what's going on with you. Anything that has to do with you, you keep that secret. Okay? You don't expose what's going on with you personally. Okay? No one, as a Scorpio ascendant, no one can ever know what's going on with you personally unless you choose to bring it to the light. Okay? And so, yeah, and this is just how people see you. Mysterious, okay? But this is not, so as a Scorpio ascendant can just be, you know, unknown and shit. Unless they choose to show their sun sign. You know, unless they choose to get their moon sign. If you get that far. No, that's the thing with that Scorpio ascendant. You know, being ruled at that Mars. Okay, that feminine side of Mars. Aries is that masculine side of Mars, so it's more that assertive. So for the Aries in that first house, so if you got Aries in your first house, that's automatically where Aries wants to be. So it's like anything that has to do with you personally, you take action head on, you know, in a Martian, masculine type way externally. But Scorpio, right, with a Scorpio ascendant, you wouldn't even want to fuck with a Scorpio ascendant. Okay, because they have that Martian energy as well, but it's internally and it's feminine. So it's like when they use that feminine Martian energy, okay, with that co-ruler Pluto, okay, Pluto dealing with, death, rebirth, transformation, okay, when they use that Scorpio feminine energy, is like, it's Mars, but it's strategic in a way. So it's passion, inner fire, passionate, okay? Passion behind closed doors. Aries is passion in your face. Scorpio's passion behind closed doors. Okay, so don't fuck with a Scorpio ascendant. I'm gonna just say that. Don't fuck with a Scorpio ascendant, because the Scorpio ascendant, runs some real shit. It's just like, yeah, they, luckily, I don't want to say luckily, but all is divine, as I chose to put my moon in the 8th house in this incarnation. Okay, so I can see Scorpio. I know this. I have an understanding on the Scorpio energy. Okay, so yeah, and it just is what it is. Okay, and that's just, as a moon, my Aries moon. I share that Mars energy with Scorpios. Okay, so that's just how it is. But yeah, man, personal, anything that has to do with you personally, your spirit, and anything you carry, like your personality, Scorpio ascendant, it's just, it's hidden. Scorpio ascendant, yeah, like I say, is good at investigating. Scorpio ascendant is good at, also finding out things about you personally that could be beneficial for them and they can keep. Okay, because this is the first house. It's dealing with the self. Anything has to do with you personally. All right, so yeah, precious signing out. Catch you next now. Scorpio ascendants.